Hello everybody and welcome. Today is the day the We Never Learn feature festival launches on Jumputi Heroes. An event we've been waiting for a while. It was one that won, or was one of the big winners in a customer survey, a player survey. And this is a series the fans wanted to see. And I must say, as far as events, how events have been handled this year, this is probably one of the better ones. Considering we've gone down to sort of not a hard limit, but like an 8-unit limit on how many units we can get in any given event. 8 units doesn't give you a lot to work with, and well, you can see right there, the 5 girls at the front are all gacha. So 5 out of the 8 characters, all gacha, and potentially I could see it being as maybe later in the event I'll be a bit bored of the farm or whatever, I don't know, but I think it's been handled quite well. There are some other things that have been not handled quite as well, which we will talk about once we get through the actual news post. So, to start things off, the login bonus. Login bonus isn't that good. It gives us the special monthly tickets, which are they're okay, and rubies, which obviously we like the rubies, but generally speaking, I actually don't think this login bonus is very good compared to some of the recent ones we've had. But you also get Nariyuki. This is not how you farm him. You don't get the max luck from the login bonus. You get it from another event. So just make sure to do that event. I'll show that further down. But make sure you get your first copy here and you evolve him, because that is part of the return missions, which I'll remind you in a second. We Never Learn ticket gacha again. They're not giving out many of these tickets. It's only for like first clear stage rewards and stuff. Normally you'd have it in the login bonus, or you'd have like some specific event that was going to give a lot of these tickets. They don't have that here. So it's understandable why they don't have it here. But yeah, there's not many of these tickets, so I don't really have high hopes that I'm going to pull anything from them. The Grand Return Festival. So to remind you of the Grand Return Festival, this was an event that was a thank you for all the players who joined during the anniversary, because we got so many new players and so much support from the existing players that they've said we want to give back a little bit. We're going to give out some rubies, we're going to give out some good stuff. So there is a login bonus going on during this. We're going to get these tickets, the Grand Return triple tickets, total of 11 tickets, and on the 2nd, 4th, 6th, 8th and 10th summon you get guaranteed 5 stars. On the 10th it is free guaranteed 5 stars, so good opportunity to get a load of 5 stars added to your account. Hopefully you can get a little bit lucky on those. I mean, how many is that? 1, 2, 3, 7 5 stars, not too bad. It says it right there. I'm an idiot. Anyway, the Grand Return Max Luck missions. These missions here apply to this current event. Obviously, some of these were from the Dragon Ball event that has just passed, but this event here, make sure to do all of these, because there's only 3 farmable units, and Nariyuki is from a very easy to do stage. I mean, all the stages I think are going to be relatively easy, but his one's basically like a daily stage, so there's no reason not to jump in on that every day and max him out. And yeah, just make sure to do all of these. At worst, if you can't beat Mizuki, fair enough, shame to miss out on that, but oh well. Just get these rubies though. Get these rubies. 750 rubies is nothing to turn your nose up at, let me tell you that. And a lot of these other little bits are still there. I do believe they're still giving out the stamina every day. Yeah, until the 1st. So that's going to be huge in this event, because this event is going to cost people quite a lot of stamina, I think. So very, very nice. They're giving us out 60 stamina, goes up to 120 on weekends, plus a bunch of coins. Very, very nice. Very, very nice. Going back to the main news post, we have this event here. Find the Gagliore doll. I didn't actually know this. I mean, I guess I've seen this before because I have read the manga, but I never saw the little note that the mangaka wrote in the volume releases that said he had left one in every chapter except one. He had drawn one of these little dudes somewhere in every chapter. He specifically says, there is no reward for finding them. Good luck. And in this case, there is a reward for finding them. They're hidden throughout the feature festival in various places. And by finding them, you can submit them online to the official Jumputi account, and you can get a special phone wallpaper. I would imagine most people will not bother doing this, and that's fair enough, because I don't think I'm going to do it either. But if it's something that interests you, just make sure to find them, take a quick pic, and send what you've got into the official Jumputi line account. Next up, this is probably the highlight of the event. We get this item here, the Legend of Ichinose Academy Cultural Festival. This item can be traded for any one of the 5 main girls. So these girls at the top here, any of these 5, you can just choose one from the store, which is pretty huge because they're releasing 5 standard gacha units at once, which they don't do often at all. The last time I did it, I think, was JoJo Part 5 Feature Festival, so quite a while ago. And they're actually letting you choose one. You don't have to pay money to get it. You don't have to, you know, spend rubies to get it. You just get it. And this does mean if you're buying one of the cheap tickets, which we'll talk about a bit later, you can get the character from that and then also pick a different character because it's a choice rather than a random one. You can actually get like 2 new characters pretty cheaply here. And, you know, if you're not interested in the actual like characters themselves, you just look at their kits and just decide which of the characters' skills interest you the most. I'm gonna do a quick batch review in another video, but yeah, you know, I think it's really dope, and I also think it does fit the theme of the story. You know, like it's a romance story. It's not a battle shonen or whatever. A big part of this story is the fact that any of these girls do have their own ending within the story, their own route where they win. So you get to choose the route where your favorite wins. That's pretty cool. I think it's really cool they let us choose, and or choose wisely, I guess. Choose wisely. It's best if you're going to buy any tickets and stuff, or you're going to spend any rubies, that you do the choice after you've done that. But yeah, very, very cool. Very, very cool of the devs. And you get to choose your favorite. Who is your favorite? Let me know in the comments. I know most people will already know my favorite, and that is of course Rizu. Let me know who you're going to choose, or who you have already chosen. Now this is the part where it gets a little bit maybe grindy, a little bit maybe, how can I put it? It's gonna be a bit rough. It's gonna be a bit rough. So this event has 5 farmable items from it. Now normally these events would have 1 farmable item, and you would go into the stages. There would be like maybe 2 or 3 or 4 stages, varying difficulty, and sometimes there's like a special class stage which you can clear once a day to get a lot of the item, and then the stages below each have a new stage clear bonus each day, but you've got to farm the stage below to get the item and get enough of it to clear missions and to buy stuff in the shop and whatever. In this case, completely different. There are 5 items, each one has a dedicated stage that you have to farm, and these are all linked to a specific goal. So in the case of, well, Rizu, you need to farm the Rizu-chan card game. You need to farm a lot of these. You need to farm a lot of these, and you will clear missions to unlock, as you can see down here, stamps and costumes for the characters. Now this is a bit weird because we don't normally get aura costumes for gacha units. It's not that we haven't had costumes for gacha units in the past. We have. They are in the Pearl store. But an aura costume is normally for a free-to-play unit. In this case, these are all standard gacha units, and realistically, unless you're going to go in on these banners, most players are only going to have one of these characters, maybe two. So you can only unlock the missions to get these costumes and to get these stamps by having these characters. A little bit strange to me, but again, they're letting us choose one of them. So, I mean, again, they're giving us some sort of entry into this content regardless. And if you want all of them, you have to obtain all the characters, and then you will unlock all the missions, which we'll talk about a bit down here. Where is it? Here it is. You'll unlock all the missions by obtaining all the characters, but then you need to farm all of the items up to a certain number. And if you don't do that, then you won't unlock the costume for all of them. So it's not easy. It is not an easy task. You're going to have to do a lot of co-op, and it by itself it would be fine, but the fact that there's 5 items you'd have to farm, as well as the ultimate class that's going to be going on, the transcendent class that's going to be going on, the new legend summon stage that's going to be going on, all in the course of 10 days. If you normally do a lot of co-op, it probably won't be that bad for you. You'll probably be quite used to it. But if you're like me and you don't normally do co-op, you're going to have to get used to it. You're going to have to get used to it, because otherwise you're going to have to probably spend rubies on stamina, which most people do not want to do, and I could understand that. But make sure to farm the one for the character that you have. So whichever character you end up choosing, make sure to farm that specific item, or maybe you have more than one. Try and do your favorite first, and then go for the other ones. But you also get a boost from having the characters themselves. So these 5 all have a 75% boost, and then the 3 new farmable units all give a 50% boost. And then for some reason, all the Hunter x Hunter characters give a boost. I say for some reason. I know why it is. I just think it's we'll talk about that. We'll talk about that. But the if you do manage to get all the girls, you will at least be getting a nice juicy 300% boost, which is pretty good. But I still think it's going to take a very long time. So make sure to put the boosted characters in. Top 4 boosts will be counted, the rest won't. And do your best. Do your best. The upside is, when you farm the costumes and stuff, like if you don't get it, it will be a shame. But I'd imagine eventually the costumes will be added to the Pearl store, and I would also imagine, you know, when these characters get added to the normal gacha pool, probably that's when they'd add it. But even if they don't, it's not a gameplay changing thing. It is just a visual change, so it's fine. It's fine. If you miss out on it, it's a shame, but it's not going to affect you too much, I don't think. Now, this is a very important event, and I want everybody to make sure they pay attention to this event. So this event can be cleared 3 times a day, and it will give a large amount of character EXP and skill EXP. So any characters you have that are not max skill, that are not max level, include them in your team when you jump on this stage. Fill your team with characters like that on this stage, and try and max them out. And it will save you using scrolls or doing skill stages later. You can just do it here, and it's definitely worth doing. During the New Year event, they had one similar. Was it New Year? No, it was Christmas. The Christmas event. The Kondo Isao event had a very similar setup, and it was a very good time to level up all my characters. I very enjoyed that event, and I think you should definitely take advantage of the 3 times a day character EXP and skill EXP. Additionally, mission rewards will give you Nariyuki, and this is how you get into max luck. So this event is a must-be done event. Number 1, for the free skill XP and character XP, and number 2, because Nariyuki is not a standard event. He is not like the Transcendent and the Ultimate Class events you'll see down here. He's not going to come back anytime soon, I don't think. So make sure to max him out just by doing this stage every day. This is the Ultimate Class event. Mizuki, this is Nariyuki's little sister, if you haven't watched the series. And I don't know much about this event. I haven't had a chance to do it, so so I will look forward to it. No challenge stages here. No catastrophe. No costume stage for the harder stages. I think most people are going to be able to beat this Mizuki stage, and then there's no other real challenges. So a lot of farming. There's just going to be a lot of pretty standard farming, I think, which, you know, it's fine. It's fine. The legendary quest, which will give us a new legend summon, the first firework of the festival. This was one thing I did. I was going to do a predictions video, didn't really have time, and I'm kind of happy I didn't do it because 90% of my predictions would have been wrong, but one of my predictions would have been right, and that is, of course, that this would be a legend summon, a very key moment in the series, the point of singularity in the series. And very happy to have it here. Don't know what it does yet, but I'm sure we will know by the time I do the batch review, so stay tuned for that. Then the Transcendent class event, this is going to be very easy to do. I'm a bit perplexed as to why they've put this a bit later in the event, because this starts on the 26th, which only gives you like 5 days to do it, and I think most people are going to be pretty deep into farming at that point. Like, considering she does give you a boost on the We Never Learn stage, and it's higher than any of the Hunter x Hunter characters. If you don't have any of the, you only have like the one standard gacha character plus Nariyuki plus Mizuki, you're gonna want Sekijo to boost the drop rate on the other stage. So I don't know why they they didn't include her earlier, but I guess something had to be a bit later, so they chose it to be her, which, fair enough, I guess. Fair enough. But yeah, that should be a pretty standard stage that most people are able to clear. Now, this event, this is the event that makes me think we are probably not going to get much more We Never Learn content in the future. It's very possible that we do. It's very possible that they surprise us. They go a different route. It is possible, but seemingly with this event, you will be able to see each girl's respective ending in the series. This is a minor spoiler because most people will know it when going into the series, but this series actually has 5 endings. There is one sort of like canon ending, quote unquote, because it's the one that the author has said it's my ending, basically. It's the ending I want. But there are 5 endings. There's one written for each girl, and all you have to do to see the ending is to jump into this stage and bring the character you chose along, and you can see their ending. So it's kind of nice. It's kind of nice. You can choose your character, and then you can see how it ends for them. Obviously, if you don't speak Japanese, you might not know exactly what's going on, but you can still see some of the visuals and see roughly where we went from the rest of the story. Next up, we have the tower boost. I'm happy that they're announcing the tower boosts a bit earlier. Obviously, we know they're coming a lot of the time, but it's nice to know which week they're coming in. Actually feels like it's coming a little bit early, because normally I would say they would put this event on the 31st, starting the day, like the last day of the event, because I think they normally do that so that anybody who is playing with the We Never Learn characters, they will have had every opportunity to get every character in the event, and then they put the tower boost on. But in this case, I suppose by the 24th, all the characters will be available. So might as well start it on the 24th. I don't know what the first week of the Yu-Gi-Oh! Feature Festival's tower boost is going to look like. We shall see. Probably just a pretty standard rate up event or something. No problem. And now here, we have the We Never Learn New Heroines gacha. This part has me a bit torn. I've got to be honest. It's a 5 character standard gacha. Typically speaking, if you go over 3 characters standard gacha, it would normally be a side gacha. If it's 4 or 5, it would normally be a side gacha. And you would be able to say, I'm going to summon on side A, because side A has a boosted chance of getting my favorite girl, or side B, or whatever. in this case, they're all on the same banner. There is no specific step you get a specific character. It's just a free-for-all. And if you do indeed want one specific girl, it's very lucky that they do give us the choice ticket. But if you want, say, 2 specific ones, you might have a bit of trouble. You might be in a bit of a tough spot. And if for some unholy reason you want all of them, that could be a sad time. That could potentially be a very sad time for you, especially with these missions tied to the characters, because if you want all those costumes, which are sort of a special event type item, we don't know when those are coming back, if they are coming back, you know. If you want all of them, you need all the characters first. And like, yeah, sure, later you could pull these characters from other banners, from other tickets and stuff, but there's no guarantee when those missions will come back for those costumes, or if those costumes will come back in some other way. So there is a slight feeling of it would be nice. It would be nice if they had some sort of system to get yourself a guaranteed character on the pity summons or whatever. But you do get a guaranteed pickup unit, so maybe if you get lucky, you could pull it off getting all of them, or guaranteeing you get the 2 you want. I don't know. But yeah, 5 featured characters, all the new girls, and there's all their sprites there. The sprite work on this event is top tier. Very much captured the spirit of the series, you know, the like faces of the characters and stuff. Very well drawn, very well done. And I think that is part of why events have been cut down. It's, you know, it's an 8 character event instead of like a 9 or 10 character event. Because if you think about it, if you cut every event down to like 8 characters and there's like 2 events a month, that's a substantial amount less characters you have to do every year. That's 4 less characters you have to do every month. Times that by 12, that's 48 less characters per year than you would normally have to do. So they have a lot more time to put a lot more effort into each stage, how each event is presented, how each character looks, and I think it does show. I think typically the sprites have just been getting better and better. There are obviously a few that have slipped through the cracks, but no, I do think it looks pretty damn good. And like I said before, with the format, guaranteed 5-star on the 3rd, 4th, and 5th multi, and beyond that, just good luck to you. Just good luck to you. I mean, like, say you wanted, I don't know, Furuhashi, you might go 1st single dead, 1st multi dead, 2nd multi dead, 3rd multi you get the teacher, 4th multi you get the teacher, 5th multi you get the teacher. You go back to number 1, dead, 3rd multi you get the teacher, 4th multi, you get the idea. Like, with no guarantees of a specific character, there could be despair, but at the same time, they are giving us a choice, so we have to at least consider that and say, you know what, fair enough, devs, you've done something very nice for us, giving us a brand new character, brand new standard gacha character as a part of a choice. Pretty good. And also, no limited in this event, which I guess makes sense for the type of series it is, the type of story it is, but still a bit of a surprise, because it's the first time we've had a feature festival without one. So I have mostly mixed feelings about that. I think a lot of people will have spent on either Goku or Gohan, and a lot of people will be expecting to spend on probably the upcoming Yugi. So an opportunity to save for some, for others they'll want to go in for these characters, and I guess it's nice they haven't put a limited in there, because anybody who is really invested in the series and wants all the characters, they'd have to go for all 5 of these characters, and then a limited, it's all your rubies gone. It's not it's not good. It's not good. The defeat gacha for Mizuki, technically this is not a defeat gacha, it's preparing for the We Never Learn Feature Festival, or helping you beat the We Never Learn Feature Festival gacha, but we still call it the Defeat Mizuki gacha because that's basically exactly what it is. And a lot of good characters on there. Still don't pull on this banner, never pull on these banners, but still, got to admit, some good characters on there. So hard to dissuade people from summoning on these banners sometimes, but please don't. Please don't. And then we've got the sale packs, which are very, very good. This sale pack is very, very good, at least. I always buy these sort of packs, and especially in this event, if you buy this and use the choice ticket, you're getting 2 out of 5 goals guaranteed, which is pretty nice. And because the second ticket, or like the one you get from the event, is a choice ticket, you just get whoever you get from this, and then you choose whoever you want from the other one, which is very, very good. So I highly recommend these packs if you are intending to spend, but if you're not, fair enough. These packs I recommend less. Obviously you do get more goodies, but I can't recommend it as highly, simply because it just costs a lot more for essentially, it's like, yeah, more rubies, yeah, you get more good stuff, but essentially the main reason you'd be buying that pack is for the ticket, and you could basically just get the ticket cheaper here. So they do this every event. So not in this news post, but something that we should talk about is Marowan. We have the new Super Genkai Battle Marowan, and it's divided opinion quite a lot. Honestly, this was the biggest disappointment in the data download that I saw. Some people are still kind of hyped for it. I don't know. What they've done is it's the same as, say, for example, in OPTC, where they took a raid character and they gave you, I think they were called Neo raids or Kai raids or something. They gave you an altered version of it where the character was a different type. I think with one of the Aokijis, they had a blue one originally as the raid one, and then they gave you a purple one, or vice versa. In this case, they've kind of done the same thing. We had the blue Marowan, now we have the red Marowan. But the key difference between OPTC and Jumputi in this case is this new red Marowan is not farmable. It's just a boss. And when you beat the boss, there will be rewards for doing that, you know. But there's no new farmable character, which I think is what most people were hoping for. They were hoping to get their hands on like a new Marek or something like that. And also, something else to bear in mind, this event is only running from the 27th till the 31st. So it's a 4-day event. You have 4 days to beat what should in theory be one of the hardest stages in the game. But I'm a little bit... I don't know how to feel about that. If there was a farmable character, and there's not a farmable character. A bit disappointed with how it's been handled. Plus, you're going to have to beat the old Marowan in order to unlock the new Marowan to challenge it. And even if you've beaten Marowan before, you will have to re-defeat stage 35 to prove you are worthy to fight the red Marowan. That's that's not very nice, but okay, I guess it's at least a chance for some players to have a go at the old Marowan, at least. We're also going to have a Hunter x Hunter Returns Festival, which has started already, running from the 20th, which is today, until the 31st. So an opportunity for you to get some Hunter x Hunter characters that haven't been on in a while. They're also going to be running some special events to help you counter both the original Marowan and the new Marowan. So that's pretty cool. All in all, I'm a little bit disappointed with how it's been handled. We'll see what the rewards look like. Maybe the rewards are really good. I know some players were definitely complaining to the devs about how we didn't get enough jewels and we didn't get enough other goodies. So maybe there's going to be some goodies in here that are worth having. I assume we're at least going to get some more jewels and rubies and stuff, but we shall see. We shall see. And also in the news, we have the Return Festival Gacha, which was actually slightly different to what we expected. It looks just like the countdown banners that we've had for other like big ensemble events and stuff. It's not that. It's not a countdown banner. It's just a collection of special banners, red, blue, green, and yellow limited banners. Each one has 4 limiteds featured on it. And on the 3rd, 5th, 6th multi, get a guaranteed 5-star, and on the 7th multi, get a guaranteed limited. Plus, throughout the banners, a super rate up on all the limited characters. It's pretty cool, and there's some pretty cool characters here. Honestly, this could be a good opportunity for a lot of people to summon. A lot of these banners, I don't think they have a bad unit on them. Like, normally there's a standout, like, much older, not very good unit. Times are kind of changing. Like, the blue banner's crazy good, the red banner's crazy good. Like, all these banners are pretty good. You could probably pick holes in some of these limiteds as not as good as the others, but it's pretty nice. And honestly, if you've been looking for an opportunity to spend, this might be the time for you. Just remember that you aren't guaranteed a specific limited, whereas on other limited banners you might be. So take that into consideration when you're spending your rubies. But yeah, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much going to do it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you know what you've got to do during this We Never Learn feature festival. And I'm sure I will see you all again very, very soon. Goodbye.